What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, it's the anticipated one, reacting to my 2024/25 Premier League predictions. Pretty simple. I'll go through my predictions, see what actually happened. I'm using the sort of point scoring system that I think everyone uses. It's like you get a point for each place you're off by, so you want to get the lowest points possible. So obviously 0 is the best score you can get, and then 19 is the worst you could get. But the average is probably about 2 or 3. So yeah, at the end of the video, I'll show you my score for this season and also some of my previous scores. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna go off. This is gonna be off my predictions, and then I'll show where they actually went. So in 20th, I predicted Southampton. They actually did come 20th, so that was a perfect prediction, which I actually got quite a few of. You'll see along later on the video. But yeah, that was actually a perfect prediction from me. So yeah, next up, 19th, another perfect prediction. I said Ipswich. Ipswich came 19th. Absolute stormer of a start right now. We're on 0. I promise I'm not cheating. Watch my video from earlier in the season where I predicted this. I'm on a great streak right now. But then this is where it falls off a bit. I said Brentford, and they actually finished 10th. So that's 8 points that I get, which is annoying because I really shouldn't have done that. Brentford are actually a good team. I thought they might lose in Mbeumo or Vissa, and that might help make them struggle. But yeah, Brentford, they're not going down. They obviously didn't. They were very comfortable. And in hindsight, this is a terrible prediction. I did just kind of do it to annoy my brother because he does like Brentford, but hey, it is what it is. Next up, 17th. I said Everton. They came 13th. That was 4 points. This was looking pretty bang on until they sacked Sean Dyche and brought in David Moyes. But yeah, I mean, only 4 points. That sort of 13 to 17 part is kind of a bit of a mess anyway. Um, I had them just staying up. They stayed up quite comfortably in the end, and they're looking pretty good with Moyes now. Next up, 16th. I said Leicester. They actually finished 18th, so that is a 2 point thing. So yeah, if it's red, it's like more than 3 points. That means it's bad. If it's green, 1 to 2 points, pretty good. If it's black, bang on 0. So yeah, I said they'd stay up. They actually didn't stay up. I just thought they had too much quality. But then after I recorded the video, they obviously lost Dewsbury Hall to Chelsea, and I believe a few other things. But yeah, it was only 2 places off. But it's more just the thought they'd stay up, but they didn't thing. Anyway, 15th, I said Forest. They actually came 7th, so that's 8 points again, just like with Brentford. This one was looking a lot worse early in the season when they were in 3rd, because that could have been an absolute horror show for me. But luckily for my predictions, they dropped down to 7th in the end, which is a +8. But I don't think anyone expected Forest to finish that high. I don't know anyone who predicted them in the top half. So 15th isn't bad, because a lot of people were predicting them to go down or, just be above. But I was still off by 8, so I can't really claim credit. Next up, I predicted Wolves to be 14th. They actually came 16th, so a 2 point difference. But Wolves really revived themselves. Like, they were looking like they might go down. And, like, if they'd had their current manager for the whole season, they might have been in, like, top half Europe positions. But only 2 places off is pretty good for that sort of area of the table as a team like Wolves, who they're about unpredictable. 13th place, I said West Ham. They actually came 14th, only a 1 point difference. That is pretty good going for me. Only 1 point difference is pretty good stuff, really. I mean, West Ham, I knew they weren't going to be in a relegation battle. I also didn't think they'd be in Europe, so just kind of anywhere between sort of 9th and 14th is a decent prediction. Next up, Bournemouth. I said they'll finish 12th. They actually came 9th, so that is a 3 point difference. I just didn't expect them to push for Europe as much as they ended up doing, but I mean, they did. They were looking like they might even get like top 6 at one point. So, but they did have a bit of a bad run. Next up in 11th, I said Fulham. They actually finished 11th. My third bang-on prediction of the video. Fulham, they've been around there for ages. They're like top half or top of like bottom of top half or top of bottom half. That's where they'll be. Sort of somewhere between 8th and 14th is where you'll find Fulham pretty much every season, I reckon. So it's a pretty safe guess. Next one, Brighton. I said they'd finish 10th, but they actually came 8th, only 2 points. Not bad, really. I mean, not quite in Europe, but nowhere near relegation, still in the top half, which I think is a pretty good prediction as well. Next up, 9th, I said that Crystal Palace would be there. They obviously finished 12th. This prediction was based off them having a really good into the season last year, but then they had pretty bad start to the season. They picked it up at the end. But I mean, Crystal Palace finishing somewhere between 11th and 14th is probably the best way to go. So I might just work them at 12th next season and hope that's where they go. Only 3 points for that one as well. So not bad. I'm getting a lot of sort of 1 to 3s. Obviously, the Forest and Brentford are hurting me, but that's all right. Eighth, I said Spurs. They came 17th. That is a 9 point difference. Oh dear. Yeah, Spurs. I think Spurs and Man U kind of killed everyone with their predictions this year. I don't think anyone put them anywhere near that low. So 9 points is killing me. I can't be having a 9 and 8 and a 9 and 2 8s. That's just not ideal at all. But yeah, I thought Spurs would push for Europe, have a decent season. I mean, they did end up making Europe. Just they finished 17th. But yeah, that is what it is. Seventh, I said Liverpool. A lot of people didn't think they were going to do good this season. So this wasn't a terrible prediction at the start. First season after Klopp, a lot of teams do bad after losing a long-term manager, but they ended up winning it. So that is a 6 point difference. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good at all for me. I've had a bit of a bad run now. Yeah, I just thought Liverpool would not be that good. They didn't really make any signings apart from Chiesa. He hardly played, but they managed to win the league. So yeah, that was a bad one from me. Sixth place, I've gone with I went with Newcastle. They actually finished fifth, so not bad. They were so close to finishing fifth as well. I mean sixth as well. If bloody Villa hadn't got robbed, Newcastle would have been sixth. The Villa would have been fifth, which is actually what I predicted. As you can see here, both of them just one away. That could have been two perfects, but instead they're both one away because of one referee decision. So I know he screwed up Villa, but I just care that he screwed up my predictions. But yeah, pretty good predictions, I think, from me with Villa and Newcastle in that area. Fourth place, I predicted Chelsea. A lot of people were not predicting Chelsea to be anywhere near fourth place, but I actually got it bang on at the start of the season, like around Christmas. I thought I predicted Chelsea too low, but it ended up being perfectly bang on. My fourth of the video, pretty good with getting a couple bang on positions, but I've also got a few shockers in here. But yeah, Chelsea in fourth. Most people thought, somewhere between sixth and eighth, maybe. But I thought Champions League's coming back, and it did, and I got it bang on. So you got to respect that. Third place, this is an absolute stinker from me. I've put Man United there, which means a 12-point difference, the biggest of the video. I think everyone thought they're actually going to have a good season. They won the FA Cup last year, had a decent summer as well. They brought in a few players. But yeah, they finished 15th. I said they finished third. So that is a shocker. That has killed me as well. I've had a couple ones that have just ruined it for me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that many people that put Manchester United super low, but that was probably too high. And it's heartbreaking, really. Second place, I got it. My last bang on of the video, my fifth, Arsenal. A lot of people put Arsenal second. Some people are like, they're going to win the league. No, they're not. I didn't think they'd ever drop off. I didn't think they'd win the league. So I put them second for the third season in a row, I believe, which is what they finished. So whacked up Arsenal in second. Pretty safe guess. 5 bang-ons is pretty good. And in first place, I think you probably guessed it by now, I put Manchester City. They finished third. A 2-point difference isn't too bad, but I did think they'd win the league. And Arsenal come second again. But obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, that is the final table of it, I guess. A couple shockers. Brentford, Forest, Spurs, and Man United really killing me there. Obviously, Southampton, Ipswich, Fulham, Chelsea, and Arsenal all got bang on. A couple ones in there with Villa, Newcastle, and West Ham. Not bad overall. And now we can see the points tally here. As you can see, overall points, I got 65 points this season. Obviously, the lower the better. So I actually did, my best season was last season, 23-24. I got 59. Then 22/23, I got 81. I think that was a horrible season. I'm pretty sure that was the season Chelsea came like 12th, and I put them like fourth or something. So that costed me as well. Probably Burnley as well. I don't know if they were that year or not, but yeah, 65, not bad. Let me know if you guys did predictions and what your score was. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.